Okay, hello, good evening. So I thought I would come to you today with a second installation or a follow-up on my Sherrilyn Kenyon reading of the League novels, and I just finished Born of Legend. This book is amazing. It's a beast. It's 720 pages, 726 pages. And this is, so in the previous installation, we learned about Fane Hawk and Dancer Hawk, and then Talon and their story. And so then this continues on with the saga of the League building up to a huge battle. This story is about Dagger, but Dagger is also known, and so this is going to have some spoilers, so Dagger is also known as Julian Eton Attal. Eton Attal, I think is what the royal family's last name is. He is the fraternal twin of Nekirian. And so Nekirian is in the first, we learn about Nekirian's story in the very first book, which is Born of Night. And so we continue on with the story. And so what is really amazing about this is that, as I said before, Sherrilyn Kenyon really does an amazing job of writing stories about broken or torn heroes that have gone through a huge arc and a character development. Dagger is basically tossed away by his family. He is not respected. There's a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of, we think we know who he is, and he's done these terrible things, and he deserves all of the things that has happened to him in his life. But in reality, it is not at all what people think, and it's only, what you see is like, surface deep in terms of you think that you understand and you think that you know why he does what he does, but in fact you have no idea. He's trying to survive just like everybody else. And the thing is, in this futuristic society, it's a very brutal society in that, there's war, there's treachery, there's lying, there's deception, there's killing, there's ruthlessness. You don't have time to be empathetic and sweet and caring, but yet and still these broken characters and heroes like Nekirian, Fane, Dancer, Dagger in this story, they find these partners or these mates who bring out the very best in them. So even though it's this treacherous society, they find people who love them for who they are and understand everything that they've done to be who they are, and respect them and love them for who they are, and then therefore healing takes place. So this really could have been broken into two books, because the first half of the story really takes place, it's you understanding how Dagger comes to be in the significant other, oh my God, what is her name? Ushara, in Ushara's life, and how they come to be a family, and how she really helps to heal him, and helps him to become the better person. And so in Born of Betrayal, at the end of Born of Betrayal, like I said, Born of Betrayal is Fane Hawk's story, and so Fane at the end, Fane and Colonel Galeen Batur, right? So it's their story. So at the tail end, you start to see that Ushara comes in and she brings to Nekirian and all of them like, hey, I've got some information for you about where your families are and what's happening with your families, so you need to follow me. And so it's the setup for this story. And so Sherrilyn Kenyon, so I love that each book they're not standalone, but they are resolved. So each book resolves the couple that the story is fleshing out in that book. But there's also a backstory that you have to follow from start to finish, so you know what's going on, that's building up to this grand battle and end result of what is ultimately going to happen. And like I said, she writes really tortured heroes that have a huge arc. This should have been two books, in that the first is about Ushara and Dagger's story about how they met, and then the second half of the story is about Dagger and coming to the aid of his twin brother and everybody else that's in the story and helping them to get out of harm's way. And so now, after this book, we're going to move in, and I'll probably start it tonight. It's Born of Vengeance. And let's see, I don't even know whose story this is, but Born of Vengeance is now, oh, it's Bastien, the cousin. So now this is Bastien's story. So I'm really excited to get into that. But like I said, Born of Legends, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's an amazing, amazing story. I think it was great and it was awesome. But for me, I still think Born of Silence, and that is Darling Cruel story, hands down, was absolutely the best books of this series. But I really appreciated it. If you love Broken Heroes, if you love fantasy, if you love action-packed from start to finish, it's going to keep you on your seat. She writes a good story. I love her voice and the way she writes. You know, it brought tears to my eyes on several occasions. It was a great ride. I'm really happy that I am into the League world, and very happy and kind of sad that it's coming to an end. But I'll go ahead and do a review on Born of Vengeance, and then the last little novella is Born of Rage. And then I think the next book is not going to come out until supposedly October of 2021. So we'll see. But that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks. Bye.